Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a different type of video and episode of the podcast. Not really sure if I'm gonna put this on the podcast or not. I just want to have a little conversation with you guys because I've been getting some questions about self-love and how I overcame the hate that I had for myself for many years. So if you're new here, my name is Danny Fernandez. I am from Colombia originally, but I live in the US in Atlanta, Georgia. I recovered from an ED and an eating disorder. I just tend to say ED because that word gets censored when you do it on other platforms like TikTok or Instagram, but we're gonna call it for what it is. I had an eating disorder for many years and I recently recovered from those disorders because I struggle with quite a bit of those. I don't want to talk more about that right now, but I do have a video on my story if you want to go and watch it. That's my whole story. I also have a podcast episode that I will prefer for you to listen to because the first video that I made was actually years ago and the podcast episode was also years ago. I think it was like a year ago, but it was very recent. Like it was more recent than the other one. So it's way much better. Yeah, I would prefer for you to listen to that. Anyways, I am just another girl and I love being on social media and talk to you guys because I love my community and I love talking to you guys as my friends, and I'm here as a friend, as a big sister, as a small sister, whatever you want to call it. I'm just another girl. I'm 26 years old and I talk about my experiences and the things that I learned because recently I had a comment on TikTok. I was making a video about how important it is for a woman to be eating within the first hour of being awake, and someone commented, "What are your credentials to say that?" Okay, I do have some credentials if you want to talk about that. I did my certification on nutrition and personal training, so I know quite a bit of that. Nutrition, but I'm not a dietitian. But I do listen to a bunch of different experts on podcast episodes, YouTube videos. I do my own research online and I like to spread the word for the things that I learned that I didn't know better before. If I were to have that advice in the past, I wouldn't have made the mistakes that I made, which was fasting and going to the gym with an empty stomach, stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to share that piece of advice and that piece of knowledge because I heard from it from an expert and I actually experienced firsthand having trouble with my hormones because of the same reason. So I just wanted to share that. Same with this podcast episode. I am not a therapist to tell you in your specific case what to do, but I'm just a friend here to give you some tips and advice, tell you what I have learned about self-love and my own story. So with that being said, we're going to talk about my own story. Ever since I was a kid, I struggled a lot with my confidence and with self-love in general. Didn't like when people will make compliments about me, about my face, about anything good about me because I didn't believe them. So I thought that they were maybe making fun of me. Maybe people were just trying to get me to make jokes, So I remember the first boyfriend that I had, which wasn't actually a boyfriend. He was a guy that I kissed one time. I was 15 years old and he used to come with me in our break at school, like in high school in Colombia. And every single time that he will tell me, "You're beautiful," or "You look so pretty today," the first thing that will come out of my mouth will be, "Shut up, don't say that," because I don't believe you. And it makes me a little uncomfortable when you say those words because I don't believe them myself and I feel like you're joking. I feel like you're making fun of me. You're lying to me just to make me feel better. I didn't believe that I was beautiful. I didn't believe that I was confident or that I deserve to have those compliments coming from someone else and not even myself because I didn't give that love to myself. I thought that nobody else will be able to see me pretty because I didn't see myself pretty, So I struggled a lot with this when I was a kid. And I think that my lack of self-confidence and self-love was the thing that pushed me to start losing weight, starting to lose weight. I wanted to be seen by someone else, and I wanted to do something properly. I wanted to fit a stereotype of what pretty looks like. And I always, ever since that, this is just me literally telling you everything raw honesty in here. And when I was a kid, the only thing that I wanted to look like the only thing that I wanted to look like, the only person that I was admiring all the time on TV, on magazines, stuff like that, social media, was the stereotype blonde girl with blue eyes, tall, skinny. And I was like, okay, no blonde hair. Okay, I'm not blonde, and I'm not gonna tint my hair because then it will fall off, right? And also it doesn't suit me. Also white, and I was not white at all. I was a little bit on the darker side. I still am, but the paleness has become more here in the US when it's like winter season. Regardless of that, like, let's not talk about that. I don't know why I have ADHD as well, so I just talk about different topics, but let's keep going. Blonde, no, there's no way. Blue eyes, no, and there's no way I can do that. I try to do the contact lenses that had like the color, the blue color or green color, because I really like how it looked like and I wanted to look that way, but those kind of damage your eyes, so I decided against that as well. Next one, tall. There's no way. I'm 5'1". I cannot grow taller, you know? So the only thing that I had left was losing weight and looking skinny, because everyone was saying that skinny was good and fat or curvy was bad. So skinny is good, curvy bad. I'm curvy. I need to change myself so that I can at least have that, because I'm not pretty, not tall, not blonde, not blue eyes. I need something. Give me something. The only thing that I can change is my body, right? So I decided to go with what I thought was right for me and what was going to make me more confident and what was going to provide me with more value and love and everything coming from someone else. And that I could believe, right? If someone was to tell me, you're looking like a little bit skinny, in my brain, I was like, thank you. Like, thank you. That's a compliment. When in reality, some people were just like literally so concerned about my health. And I was like, thank you. In my brain, it was like, thank you. Better. That's good. That's good, because that's what I wanted, right? When I achieved that, it was hard for me to get over that, because I liked it. I liked the attention that it gave me. I liked that finally I felt like I was accomplishing something, and that was pretty enough, not pretty enough, skinny enough to be complimented by that. And I believe it myself, because I will see myself in the mirror. I think there's this misconception that when you struggle with an eating disorder, you see yourself in the mirror and you literally see yourself like completely different from what you look like. It was not the case for me. And like, I don't know if for you or for other people it is, but I always saw myself and I'll be like, hey, like I'm looking a little concerning, but at the same time, I don't feel like changing. I don't want to change, because this is the only thing that I have ever succeed at. And losing that will be losing myself and losing the one and only thing that I felt successful at doing, right? That's a little bit about my story. The next thing on my story about self-love was that I wanted to get better. After a couple of years, I was like, okay, everything changed, right? As well. People started to be more interested in the gym girl, the girl that was more curvy, had more muscle, had more meat on her. And I was like, okay, I need to change, right? Then the self-love that I didn't have also came for me, because I hated myself so much that I didn't think that I deserved to get better, overcome the eating disorder. And I hated myself for all the damage that I did to my body, to my family, because they had a lot of bad experiences with me, and I made my mom, my dad, my brother, all of them suffer a lot, all because of me and my eating disorder. So of course, I also hated myself for that. I damaged my body so much, and I think I have multiple videos in here telling you how guilty I felt about all the damage that I did to myself and to others, and that I struggle a lot with that guilt in my brain. To be able to overcome that, I didn't know that I had to love myself more and to accept that what I did was in the past, rather than keep blaming myself and keep making it like a huge bowl of problems and a huge bowl of self-hate. But I didn't know how to. So I will literally sabotage myself, self-sabotage myself so much. Every single time that I wanted to get better, I will sabotage myself. I'll be like, yes, tomorrow I'm gonna get better, and tomorrow I'm going to eat better. I'm gonna have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and my snacks, and I'm gonna rest all day. I'm gonna be completely fine. The next day I'll feel like losing myself whenever I'll think about doing that. I will self-sabotage myself so much because I thought that I didn't deserve to get better, and I didn't deserve to be happy, to be pretty, to focus on other stuff within myself that was not controlling my weight. For example, I didn't believe that I was gonna be pretty enough to wear makeup, pretty enough to do my hair, pretty enough to wear pretty clothes, so I wouldn't care about those things. The only thing in my mind was food, exercise, and how to change my body. And I thought that it was everything that I had to do to be more confident, and of course that was not the case. Next thing I do want to say is that I know that you have heard the saying that goes around, that is, you only need to accept yourself, you don't have to love yourself. And I do not agree with that at all. I feel like the end goal should be to love yourself, because acceptance and love, they're completely different. Acceptance is conditional. You only accept yourself or love yourself when you fit something or when you accomplish something. So again, I used to accept myself as the skinny girl and be like, yeah, I accept myself because I'm skinny. That's not the same as love. It's not the same. Love is loving regardless of how someone look like, of what they achieve, of their mistakes, flaws, imperfections, all of that. For example, you love your mom regardless, right? Regardless of what she does, regardless of what she looks like, regardless of her achievements, her job, everything, you love her. How much money she has, you love her. And that's unconditional love. That's something that it's strong, it's powerful, and acceptance is just conditional. And I used to give myself just acceptance. I didn't believe that I was worth of love. I just believed that I was worth of acceptance, which is not okay, of course. I know how hard it is to achieve that self-love, but I believe that it's extremely important to work on this, and I think it should be a priority for pretty much everyone, because that's the only way that you will have the confidence to go after your dreams and goals, because you will start believing in yourself and you will start showing up for others and for yourself as well. You will start looking for more opportunities, start saying yes to more opportunities, and start embracing those imperfections that you have and show them to the world regardless of what they are. You know what I mean? I have come to the point, and it wasn't easy, you guys. It wasn't easy, and I do want to say that because I cried many times. But you guys know that I'm a content creator, right? I've been posting my journey. I've been posting a lot of personal stuff and private stuff on, not private in a bad way, you know what I mean? Just like more about myself, my struggles, me crying multiple times, because that's how I feel like sharing. I like to share my raw, honest opinions and mindsets, and also the days that I do struggle a lot. With that, of course, comes a lot of hate and a lot of awful comments. And I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, I will literally cry and think about closing everything, every single app, because I was tired and I was sad of seeing so many comments about, I don't know, my face because I have round cheeks, my stomach because I'm bloated, or how I talk, or oh my gosh, the expression that she makes when she eats the food, it's so bad, stuff like that. And in the beginning, I'll feel so bad and I will literally cry and be like, I'm done with this. Right now, it has come to the point where I work so much on myself, and I work so much on learning how to be with myself, and I learned so much about me that I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I know my values. I know the things that I want to do. I know my dreams. I know who I am, and I'm so confident in who I am that whenever I get those type of comments, because I still get them, I laugh about it, close the window, like literally the notification pops up and I'm like, oop, I don't care. Like I literally don't care. Like recently, I also make a video of me eating a steak. That video has become extremely viral. I've seen so many people talking about my face and like how round my face is, or calling me names. At this point, I don't I don't really care. Like, I don't really care. People that don't really know me in real life, why would I care so much about what other people think about me? Of course not. I care about what I think about myself. And I think right now, and I can say it now, which is crazy because I never thought that I would be able to say this word, but I believe that I'm pretty. I think that I'm pretty. I put an outfit, or I do my hair, or I do my makeup, and I literally look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, you're pretty. You look gorgeous today. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And you know what, Danny? The husband that you will have in the future, he will be a lucky one. He will be a lucky one. And that's what I want for you as well. To feel that way and to do the same type of action from now on, because you deserve it. And I know you're beautiful. I've never seen someone that's ugly. No, it all comes from within. It all comes from self-love, and I truly believe that. Like, truly believe that. I literally reposted a quote the other day on my Instagram, and I'm gonna read it to you because I have it right here in my computer right now. And it is, strange, isn't it? You know yourself better than anyone else, yet you crumble at the words of someone who hasn't even lived a second of your life. Focus on your own voice. It's the only one that matters. That's beautiful. That's actually so beautiful if you think about it. And if you literally take that picture and put it as your background, you will think about it every day and you'll be like, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna love myself regardless of what other people think about me. I also had to Google the definition of self-love because I wanted to, and I wanted to read it to you. On Google, it says, self-love means having a genuine appreciation and respect for yourself, encompassing the idea of prioritizing your own well-being, treating yourself with kindness and compassion, and acknowledging your worth. Essentially meaning you take care of your physical, mental, and emotional needs with the same level of care you will give to someone else. Take away the self and just leave the love. What do you think about when I tell you that you love your mom? How do you express that? Or what does that mean? What does it mean for you to love your mom? You take care of her if she needs to. You ask her how she is. If you look at her and you're like, she's kind of sad, I'm gonna ask her how she's doing, or what can I do to make her feel better? You risk stuff for her. Like, you make sacrifices for her, whether that's your time or whether that's money because you want to invite her out somewhere, or friendships because you would rather spend time with her than with someone else. Like, love is defined by many actions. So how do you show yourself love? How do you show yourself that you actually love yourself? Have you ever thought about how many times do you ask yourself how you are? How many times you have time to reset, to rest, prepare a good meal because you want to, you desire to have a good meal, or take yourself out for a date, or engage in different hobbies? Have you thought about that? Do you also want to say that self-love is also doing the hard things that are hard for you, but you know that they're gonna make you a healthier person? So if you're struggling with an eating disorder and you're not used to eating enough for your body, that's what I'm talking about. You need to realize that self-love is also prioritizing your needs and doing the hard things for you. Self-love is not being like, oh, I love myself and I don't want to be uncomfortable, so because I don't want to be uncomfortable by doing the things that I know that I need to do, like gain weight or eat more or challenge myself with those things, I am just gonna stay in my comfort zone and lock myself, because that's the way that I feel more in peace and not anxious about food, by not eating. That's not self-love at all. That is not it. Self-love is also doing the hard things because you know that they're gonna be good for you. Self-love is also doing the hard things that you know are good for you and will make you an overall healthier person. By not doing that, by not giving yourself enough fuel or time and space to rest, the permission to gain weight if you need to, you're actually not prioritizing yourself, you're prioritizing others and how other people will see you if you gain weight. Like, have you thought about that? Why are you so scared about gaining weight? Or why are you so scared of eating enough? Because you're scared of what other people might think about you? Why are we given a about what other people think about you, and you're not prioritizing yourself, your well-being, your happiness. If you're miserable, and I know you are if you're not eating enough, because you're tired all the time, you feel like you're not strong because you're tired of over-exercising, because you're tired of self-sabotage, because you're tired of not letting yourself rest. Why are we not doing our best to change that and give ourselves the love and rest and fuel that we need? Why are we prioritizing what others might think about you? That's not okay. It is not. Self-love can look like gaining weight as a result of living life, prioritizing your health, and eating a good amount of food, making time for hobbies, placing boundaries with other people as well. If you don't like some type of conversations that people are engaging in around you, you're allowed to say that out loud and to place boundaries with other people. I, for example, on social media, I now block people whenever they're making awful comments about me because I don't like their comments. I don't want to see them. I don't want your opinion, your bad opinion about me. I don't feel like that's gonna help me in any way, shape, or form, and it's not okay. And that's like a boundary that I place with myself where I usually do not respond anymore to the awful comments. I just block. Easy. And lastly, knowing when it's time to rest and doing it without guilt, because that's the thing. Without guilt, you're allowed to rest regardless of anything, regardless of what you did today, yesterday. If you feel like you need to rest, you need to rest. No guilt allowed. Last thing of this video is that I'm gonna give you 7 tips to love yourself more, and these are things that I actually proved to myself that work. So I hope you do them and you feel better and you start loving yourself more. And I know it's not gonna be like a super easy task. You're not gonna start loving yourself tomorrow, but you can start right now. Like, you can work on that until you feel like you have achieved the level of self-love and confidence that you want, period. Okay, tip number 1, we're gonna try and figure it out what happened. Why do we have those insecurities that we have? For example, if I think in my brain, I'm too short, I'm ugly because I don't have blue eyes. I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying that. I'm ugly because my tights touch and they're too big. Who told you that? Where did that come from? Because I have zero doubts that no one is born and the first thing in their mind when they have a good conscious, when they become conscious, is to think I'm ugly. I was born ugly. Like, imagine if you're living in a farm. You were born in a farm. Imagine you were born in a farm with just animals. Just animals, no one else, no social media, not people around you, nothing, just you and animals. Would you look at yourself in the mirror one day and be like, I'm pretty ugly because like my nose is not the way that, no, because you have no one to compare to, right? Oh, I'm kind of short. Short for who? Short in comparison to who? Why are we comparing ourselves? Or, I should probably lose some weight because who told you that? Are you eating enough? Are you feeling good? Are you having good energy? Yeah. Who told you that? Who told you that you needed to lose weight to look pretty or be better? Someone had to tell you. And when you realize that, you realize like, hey, I'm actually unique and beautiful and I'm actually different from other people. Yeah, that's the way it's meant to be. We're not all meant to look the same, right? There's no perfect person ever. No. Who told you that it was bad to have stretch marks? Why is that a bad thing? It's just you showing you the places where you have grown. That's it. Oh, that's another insecurity that I had in the past, which was stretch marks, because of the freaking social media that says, do you want to remove your stretch marks? Here's the cream that you need to remove stretch marks. Struggling with stretch marks, those kind of like advertisements when I was a kid, and I was like, what do you mean? Do I need to remove them? What if someone, like, think about it. What if I think about this like on a daily basis? What if someone says nails are ugly? Do you want the thing to remove your nails? You're not insecure about your nails until you see that advertisement. You know what I mean? The same thing happened to me last year. And I forgot about this. I didn't know that women, like girls, shave their face. I had no idea, you guys. I had no idea. And then I was scrolling on TikTok and a girl post her shaving routine with her face. And then I saw the comments and I was like, what do you mean this is normal? Do people do this? I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no idea. And it's like, yeah, the baby hair that you see in here that is ugly, and they take it out. And then I started looking at myself in the mirror, and I started noticing that when in the past I had no idea, and I didn't even notice that I had baby hair, puffy hair. How do you say that? Like the little hairs that you have in your face. And I started looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like, what do you mean? I have so many baby, like, she's right. I should be shaving my face. Up until, like, I lived 25 years without knowing, and just by one person telling me, by doing it on social media, that I should shave my face, I instantly became more conscious about the hair on my face. So that's crazy. That's what happened to us when we were kids. That's the freaking same thing happened to us when we were kids, which is not okay. Once you realize that, you're like, okay, there's people earning money because of your insecurities. There's literally people making businesses out of your insecurities. Are you gonna allow them? Why would you do that? No shame. If you want to shave your face, you can do that. Like, you can do whatever you want, baby. Just love yourself, just as you are. Not only accept yourself when you shave your face, love yourself with hair on your face or without hair on your face. Okay. Step number two, get to know yourself better. You're gonna take a little journal and you're gonna write your weaknesses, your strengths, your likes, and your dislikes. Okay. You need to know yourself better, because when people come to you and they're like, you have an ugly nose, but you put in your paper, I have a beautiful nose, I actually love my nose, you will be confident to say, no, I don't. I actually love my nose. My nose is beautiful. It's perfect. I love it. Or if you actually wrote, I don't like my nose, you'll be like, I know that my nose is big. Like, what you gonna do about it? Are you gonna pay for my nose job? No, right? So shut up. That's what you're gonna start thinking, right? When I started gaining weight and people were commenting about gaining weight, I was like, yeah, I am. So what? I had to do that because I needed to get better. And I was actually miserable being the other way around. So I literally don't care if you don't like it, because I like it and I feel better. I really, really do not give a shit about your opinion. Nice. That's the mindset that we all need to have after knowing ourselves. Know yourself so much that you literally don't care about what others think about you or comment about you. Number 3, this is a tip that you need to do on a daily basis. This is not a one and only thing to do. You need to check with yourself all the time how you are, okay? Just as you do with your friend, with your mom, with your best friend, with your husband. If you love someone, you actually care about them and their feelings and how they're feeling. So you're gonna ask them, how are you? Like, truly, how are you? What do you need to feel better? What do you want me to do so that you can feel better, right? Because you care about that person. Same goes to you. You become your best friend, you become your own lover, and you're like, Danny, how are you today? What do you need today? You need to maybe delete social media for a bit. Okay, let's do that. You need to maybe have a lazy day in your bed and watch some TV shows or romance movies. Let's do that. You need maybe a new hobby and read a little bit. Let's do that. You maybe want to do like a little bit of your makeup because you want to, and that's it. Let's do that. You need to check on yourself, and this is on a daily basis or a minimum of once a week. I like to also do this and check with myself on Sundays because I tend to like write everything that happened throughout the week and the good days, the bad days, why was it a good day and why was it a bad day, and reflect on that. But you can do it in whatever shape or form you want to. Number 4, we're gonna stop labeling ourselves with the mean stuff, with the bad stuff, with the negative stuff, with the flaws. Okay, I used to do this before as well. I actually hate the word of the illness. Like, I absolutely hate it. I hate it. And that's one thing that I had to stop doing. I had to stop labeling myself as a mental illness to be able to overcome the mental illness. No, I deal with some thoughts here and there. I'm not mental illness. A good example could be like, no, I'm super shy and I don't make any friends. You label yourself like that and you actually start self-sabotaging yourself because you're labeling yourself like that and you actually start acting like that, which is not okay. So I am the person that doesn't make any friends ever because I'm not sociable. So you start isolating yourself because you are not the type of person that makes friends. Stop labeling yourself. Can we just stop? Same with the mental illness. Oh, someone invites me out to eat. I can't really go because I actually have an eating disorder. I don't know if you know this, but I have an eating disorder. So I don't really go out to eat. Why are we doing this? No, there's no way. No. Having an eating disorder is not something you should feel proud of, and you should be working towards recovery and getting better. Number 5, realize that imperfection is beautiful and there's no one that's perfect. Guys, my camera isn't perfect either, and it just turned off, but that's okay. No one perfect, nothing perfect, okay? There's nothing perfect, and imperfection is actually beautiful. It's beautiful. There's another quote that I love. I think my camera is overheating, so we need to hurry up. Number 6, you need to be delusional. You need to go in the mirror and be like affirmations every day. Like, you're beautiful. You're gonna slay today. I hate that word, but I didn't come up with anything else. But you're beautiful, and your makeup looks amazing and flawless, and your pants amazing. Oh my gosh, you have been growing so much muscle and you look amazing. Even if it's like not true right now, be delusional, okay? Be delusional about it. You have beautiful eyes, beautiful nails, beautiful everything, you know? Like, be delusional about it and believe it in that. Believe it. No one else can tear you down because you know yourself and you love yourself so much that it doesn't matter what they say about you. And last one, let other people love you. Let other people give you compliments, treat you, everything. And that's gonna be all, okay? My camera is overheating, you guys. So I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. And let me know if you want me to make other video like this, but with other topic. I love you again. My camera is literally not perfect at all. It has a lot of flaws, but I love you all. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.